Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. We're live now with my headphones on. I'm gonna switch down that music as well. Let me go to music. Here. That's better. That should be much easier to hear me now. I'm gonna put the music up a tad again. There we go. Everyone's saying yo, welcome to the stream. Zeno, Poetic Moose, No Skills, Lil TKX, welcome to the stream, guys. We're gonna be doing Marauders. Very simple. So we're just gonna grind down a bunch of Marauders. I need to do it. I want to try and get like at least 50 more chests. I don't know how many I'm gonna be able to get in 2 hours, but I want to get a bunch more. So this is a great time to ask me any questions you have, because I'm just grinding Marauders. Like, there's nothing happening. I'm not fighting anyone. It's just barbarians. Anyways, this is a bit of a different time from when I normally stream. What kingdom am I in? 2365 currently. I almost missed the stream because I set my timer wrong. Almost. Why the Archer only account? Well, it started off as more of a joke because I got YSG in KVK1 and I was like, he's a cool commander and he's carrying me. And I said, I'll be an Archer only account. And then I ended up just following through with it. I don't know. I just found it cool. It's a horrible idea in terms of like what it's going to do for the account. It's not going to go anywhere, but it's just like it's a fun thing. It's like seeing if I can use older commanders and if I can transform them into something usable, especially such commanders that are like, for example, Cyrus. He's so old, most players shouldn't be getting him, but I'm able to use him because he gives me a ton of value. That's what really interests me when I play as like the Archer only account. You could only reach the 128 chest. What do you mean by that? Like inside of this? My points are so low. What should your power be at KVK1? KVK1, you should be at around 15, maybe 10 million. I think that's what I was at. I mean, I was a very trash beginning player, so I predict most people could get an extra 5 million power compared to me. Do I use any other commanders like Nevsky, Jones, CPO, and do I still use YSG in my March? I do not use any other commanders, no. I mean, I've dabbled in like Ethelfled and Honda, but I guess they don't, Mehmed, but I don't think they really count. They're just leadership, they're like all troops. I also used, like, in the very beginning of the game, I had, like, Sun Tzu, which also doesn't really count. It wasn't even in KVK, so with Sun Tzu, I used him a bit. But after I got YSG, I have used basically nothing but Archer commanders. And I currently do use YSG. He is behind my Nebu. Your Lost Kingdom opens in 2 hours, and your Bjorn is only level 51. If you put XP, you put every experience you have on him, it'll make him 56. That is good enough. It should be. I mean, I think in my KVK1, I don't know how much has changed since then. It was like 2 years ago. We were fighting with around level 50, 60 commanders. So yeah, 10 points, 4 point difference isn't too bad. And you'll definitely be able to get him up to that 60 probably before the pass actually opens. So once you enter Lost Kingdom, it's not instantly in fighting. It's just like you've got a few days, usually 5-6 days before you actually get into your first fight. And I'm sure by then you could get him another level or 2, especially if you do some barb farming. If you really want to level him up, just kill barbs with only the Bjorn. So run a Lohar primary, Bjorn secondary, and you'll get a ton of experience from that. Because Lohar, bunch of experience here. I think he's the most experience heavy commander. Plus in the peacekeeping talent tree, you can go down here and you get more experience. So if you run Bjorn with Lohar and just keep killing barbs, you'll easily level him up more. And also you can kill... What is it? You can kill Guardians as well. KVK Guardians give a lot of XP, that's true. You didn't have enough gold heads to invest in YSG, so you're thinking of investing in some Richard to train with Ethelbled. How many gold heads do you have and what VIP are you? Because that'd be like the deciding factor for me of whether or not I'd get an Ethelbled. Yeah, I gotta do Canyon. What am I doing? I'm gonna lose to this guy. He's got a powerful account. Next on the list. Maybe I can win here. It's just in Canyon, my marches suck. Like, I'm running a 5-2-1-1 Gilgamesh. Like, it's rubbish. So anyone with like an extra expertise commander may just wins. So Gilgamesh is here in Ethelflaed, like they're trash marches. Richard 211 with 210 heads or 2 out of 10 heads. I'm presuming that's 2 out of 10. You're 40 million power and you're in KVK 4 with a decent amount of SOC commanders. And are you doing good so far? I was around 40 million when I first entered SOC. Fuck Canyon. I was around 40 million when I first entered Season of Conquest. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. And if you're free to play, that's like really good. I've been spending money. I definitely, though, when I entered Season of Conquest, was more focused on not necessarily power, but more commanders. And if you got a lot of good Season of Conquest commanders, you're set. Sup, Mystic? Welcome to the stream. Is this my first stream that you've seen? You're 86 gold heads, VIP 9, with 113, 300,000. Okay, 113, 300,000, 150k. Sorry, I didn't mean to cough. What I'd do is, don't get Richard. To be honest, you're not VIP 10 yet. I don't think it's justifiable. Plus, the AoE farming is... I don't know. I feel like AoE farming with Richard, it's good. But unless you've got a better commander like YSG who's going to fully benefit from that Richard, it's just not good enough. That's the vibe I get whenever I use Richard. You saw one of my fighting last KVK? Ah, okay. Genex says, what's up? My roof. I'm a comedian. That's my favorite response to anyone that asks what's up. Even in real life, I say it's the sky. So you can get Richard to like 5-1-1-1. But the issue is, yeah, you'll be able to AoE farm with him in the early game. Once you reach the late game, you're going to have other commanders you can AoE farm with. If you get a Boudica Prime, she certainly suffices. Plus, a 5-1-1-1 Richard is much tougher to AoE farm with. So he's definitely still an option, but I would prefer to save gold heads because I have a 5-1-1 Richard. Personally, I basically never used him. It was a waste. You can see here, I put how many gold heads? 41 into him that I'm never going to get back. So I kind of regret it. Granted, I did get him in like KVK 2, which was stupid, but you might get more value from him in the early game. It really does depend. You see my marches for KVK? Sure. Plan for KVK. I plan to run a Boudica with a ZHUGE. No, sorry, not Boudica with ZHUGE. Boudica with Cyrus. I find that Cyrus works most with the Boudica. I don't know why. I just feel like they work better. And then as the second march, I plan to run a Henry with a ZHUGE. I find that ZHUGE and Henry is really nice. Very, very tanky. Great for city popping. Great for taking a hit. And my Henry will be expertise by the time KVK starts. Really close already. And then Nebu with YSG as the third march. Once I run low on speed ups, I'm going to cut Nebu out and cut Cyrus out. Because Cyrus is only good when you got 3 marches. And I'm going to run a Boudica with a YSG and a Henry with a ZHUGE. That's the main goal at the moment. So yeah, that's my plan for KVK marches. I should ask for Justice. I wonder if there's anyone on. Yeah, Gibbs probably on. Justice. Please. Your daddy says... I might... your daddy, fine name. I migrated back to KVK 2 over a month ago. Your Seasonal Conquest commander is like 5-1-1-1 and very few commanders, and you have very few commanders. But your KVK 2 commanders are stacked anyway. Your KVK 2 is ending soon. Your friends want to start a jumper. I mean, it's cool to start jumpers. I mean, I was in one, it failed, but I wasn't a jumper. I'm still working on the account. It's my siege only restart. So jumpers are fun. If you've already played the game, I like to do things in jumpers where I do weird stuff. Like, I don't do a normal jumper account where I'll go, like, become a normal account. I've made a siege account. I find it more fun to do things like that if you're doing a jumper. So all my marches are archers. I don't plan to have one info, one cav march. I don't plan to, no. I don't recommend doing what I'm doing at all. I've said it before. It's not... If you want to have the most optimal account, it's not correct. But I enjoy doing it, so I do it anyways. Your daddy also said you're gonna migrate your mains later to KVK 2. Do you think you should invest in Season of Conquest commanders? So I keep coughing. To help a little bit in your KVK 3, or wait a few seasons, save heads and invest in commanders when you get to KVK 3 again. I would do the latter. If you've already got stacked on Season of Conquest commanders and you're going to KVK 2 again, just kind of use the KVK 3 as a recovery, save a bunch of speed ups, get as many resources as you can. And then when you're in KVK 2, keep saving. That means you'll be able to get access to the newest Season of Conquest commanders. Because your plan seems like it's going to take at least a year. That's the vibe I'm getting. Yo, what's up? What, you just expertise YSG? Nice, GG. Also, what's up? My roof. What are my thoughts on the teams this KVK? Well, I don't know. I'm going to put my opinion out there, guys. This could be completely wrong or not. So don't take take this with a grain of salt. I think it's a little bit unfair for the enemies. Because we have so much more power. We have a 10 bill and 2 7 billions, almost an 8 billion here. Almost actually 2 8 billions. Like this is over halfway there. I keep coughing. And it's us versus kingdoms who have like 1 10 billion alliance. And they got like a 5 billion alliance that's full of farms. Or a kingdom that's got like an 8 billion alliance and that's it. So I feel like the matchmaking was unfair, to be honest. We are like a high AC kingdom and we were allowed to take an ally as well. And then 1802, a fellow ally of us, wasn't allowed to actually take an ally, so it doesn't make sense with the way it works. Cat Thanos. Oh, you remember my old name? Yo, my boy AS. I'm presuming that's Archer Syndicate. You recently bumped to my channel and sub instantly. Thank you. Loving the content and the frequency is how often they come out too. Thank you. I've been trying to do like once every 2 days. I've been a bit busy. I'm not on the once every day grind anymore. Plus, sometimes when I do once every day, I run out of ideas. So, to try and make actually interesting content, I've been doing once every 2 days. Yeah, it's a long project because your account is a mess. Yeah, I would go for the long term, save those gold heads. Lamau, MF. Are you in KVK 2 migrants? You're in KVK 2 migrants destroying? Should just supply whales with resources or try to fight? For most new accounts, I'm going to be honest, KVK 2 has been a write-off, like, forever. Like, even when I was in KVK 2, Mystic can testify. It was, like, a few 20, 30 million power players in the main alliance, then everyone else was shoved in, like, a secondary alliance, and there was a full alliance of, like, 10 billion power, full of just whales. So, KVK 2 is never, ever one of those things where it's like, yeah, you're going to get much value out of it unless you go back. That's the only reason you'd get much value. I personally went back to KVK 2, and that's the only time I got value because I got to save more gold heads. So that's it. That's KVK 2 is. I wouldn't give your resources, I'd just save them. You're in a main alliance with 40 mil and 31.15. You could go there. I mean, like, you could fight if you got 40 mil. I reckon that's enough. I was on like 25, 30 when I was in KVK 2. How old's my account? I think it's like 825 days. Going on 826 in like an hour. Hey, we are enemies this KVK? I guess we are. Which kingdom are you from? Do not forget to trash talk. Do not forget to trash talk in Lost Kingdom. Facts. I don't know why I'm coughing. It's like a morning cough I've had for a while. Like a water here. Hello, my man. I'm in KVK 3 now. Is it late to expertise YSG? What skill level is he at? Because if you're saying like go out now and expertise him, 100% too late. 1256. Where are you in the ranking? Oh, here we go. What's your opinion on the KVK? Because looking at it, I feel like it's a bit of an unfair match. As in, 1802 and our kingdom have too much power. That's the vibe I'm getting. But then again, I feel like if we had too much power, we shouldn't have got an ally. That's what I'm trying to say. 5535 with 74 sculptures. That's tough, to be honest. Do you plan to use YSG again? Like, do you plan to fully use him? Because you're really hard in that investment already. You just use Mina YSG and trade good with T4. Yeah, go for that. That'd work. If you just do one good march, then you'll be in a good position. That's what I did for my KVK 2. I ran like just one march. And I was able to somewhat beat some people. Usually I lost because I was running like YSG Herman, but still. Also depends if you're going to use him, yeah. The other teams has way more KP though, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure they do. They seem like very active kingdoms. I was bad on the mute time there. Hey bro, I have a CPO 5551 and an Alex Max and YSG 5511. Do I recommend you to make an Archer March or Cav March in my opinion? I'd say an Archer March since you're best set up to use it instantly. What I would do is take Boudica to 5551, and while you're working your way up there, once she's at least 5511, you can put her with the YSG. It's not going to be an amazing march at first, but once Boudica hits 5551, then get ZHUGE and get him to expertise. Since you've got the YSG, you've already got a temporary secondary to archers, and I think that's going to work pretty good. Unless you want to go for the long run, you could go and get a Houcheving with a Joan or a Nevsky with a Joan. So that's what you could do. If you want the instant value, I'd go with the archers. If you want like the long-term value, I'd probably go with the Cavs. You do want an Archer March. You have Herman and YSG and a 1111 ZHUGE. I'd finish off the YSG, and then what I would do is I'd get Boudica and put YSG with Boudica. I wouldn't do the ZHUGE with YSG. What I've seen personally, Boudica can really bring back reports on her own. Like I was doing a battle yesterday. He is a Cyrus report. This is a Cyrus against the Nevsky drone. His gear is all legendary, and it won the battle. So Boudica, in my opinion, is a much better primary, compared to ZHUGE. She's able to bring back some of those older commanders. Yes, ZHUGE is going to bring more damage, but the older commanders are going to be what you're going to be running if you're using YSG, so I would use the Boudica. But you can still consider ZHUGE if you plan to go long term and you're going to expertise him and then go back and get Boudica. That's certainly an option. Got crit on the Vast Control, so you're stuck with Cav main now. Hey, I mean, that's lucky getting a crit on the Vast Control. That's also a nice piece of gear, giving you a ton of health. Show us my commanders. Here are my commanders. I don't have any expertise besides like the ones up here. I can just show you like this. Legendary, archers, there's my commanders. I've gradually worked on some of these over time. Like some of these commanders are like Ella's Sids, like in gold chest. But Myris, for example, is 5211. 5121, that's a weird skill. The recent I just got her a lot from the legendary chest. Oh yeah, I also pulled the Saladin in one of my videos yesterday. Got to put, not yesterday, the other day. I got to put my Saladin skill in. Alright, let's get this Marauder real quick. If we look at power, you're stronger, but we should have more KP. Yeah, I thought that would be the case because you guys are way more active. Just focusing on one march since KVK 3 is just open field fighting until Kingsland. That is true. It is pretty much that. Yeah, actually, no, it completely is just like open field fighting. There's very little territory fighting until you hit Kingsland. Same thought, Boudica Prime makes the dream come true. Exactly. Any tips to get more books for castle rather than rallying forts? Your playtime is like 400 days, but your castle is 20. You can spend a little too. If you want to get a Cav March, which I'm pretty sure you said you wanted to go for an Archer March, but if you want to grab a Cav March and you want to buy some Minamoto books, you could buy some books of the Covenant in here. They're not the best value, but they're going to give you 1,000 books or so. It's 10,000 gems you're getting to, like, you're saving. So take that with a grain of salt. I wouldn't go out of my way and purchase every chest for it. But some of these lower price chests are slightly worth it in terms of getting 3,000 gems of possible value here for $8. What I recommend to get more books, grind Barbarian Forts. You're in the earlier stage now. I think KVK 3 and also KVK 2. In KVK, you've got forts that will give you books. So what I would do is definitely grind those forts. Just keep rallying them. Don't really attack barbs. That's what I personally did. And one of my friends, what he did was whenever he killed barbs, he actually spent the gems he got from them on his castle. What I would do is I'd kill the barbs, get the gems, save them for more than gems event, and then you can spend them on the castle if you want to spend gems. A lot of people say that Castle 25 isn't important. I used to be an advocate for it, but now that I've gotten tier 5 tech, and I've seen how much they improve my trades, not the tier 5 troop, just the tech, it's actually really important to try and get that Castle 25. So I wouldn't put it on a complete back burner. 400 days, I reckon next 100 days you could have Castle 25 if you really focus in on it. That one weirdo asked in my DMs, do I have a Discord? Yes, I do. It should be linked in the description. I'm pretty sure I updated the link. If not, I will just link it in the stream in a sec. Enjoy my videos. Thank you, Aloys. Hopefully I said that right. you got to gem them. That's definitely usually what happens. I think I gemmed like 5,000 total books, something like that. Your plan for gems was to get to VIP 12, then Castle 25. Is that stupid use of gems? No, that's a very good use of gems. I personally got VIP 14 before I got like almost VIP 14 before I got Castle 25. So VIP 12, then Castle 25, I think is worth it. You are quite a ways away from VIP 14 at that point. There's no point just going all in on it. So what I would do is just go all in on the castle, to be honest. When was Nevsky released, guys? You forgot how long it's been now. Almost 2 years ago, I think. I wish I had an unlock of him so I could see when he was released, but I don't. So I think he was released around 2 years ago. Something like that. Somehow they don't really tell you. They should tell you the release date in here. Like, under date recruited should be release date or something. Or above it. Do I have any good fighters in this kingdom? You're looking at one? Nah, I'm joking. He got a few high kill points. I think someone here like a 10 billion kill points. That's power. He's got a fair amount here, 6 billion. Most of our players are... We might have lower kill points, but the kingdom does actually show up to fight, which is why I'm still here. If it was just low kill points only farmers, I wouldn't be in this kingdom. So even though like top 300 is 200 million kill points, which you wouldn't think is that high, they still show up to fight. So I think that it's a pretty nice kingdom in terms of fighting. Man, it sucks that there are no events to get more books. I mean, some come around. Like, I'm pretty sure this event now gives you like maybe 10, 20 books. But they don't really give books away. Yeah, they give you 5 books. It's nothing. 5, yeah, okay, no, there you go. You get some books for gathering resources. Like, these come around, they'll give you like 500, 600 gems worth of books, but it's not that much. You're 180 days in, you have Castle 19 and VIP 11, Jesus. I'm like 50 days in on this account. This one over here. Maybe 60, I don't know how many days in on this account. And I'm like Castle 5 and VIP 9. I mean, I spent a bit of money to get VIP 9. I'm VIP 8, I can get VIP 9. I'm waiting for more than gems. Is it worth farming a whole KVK and chaining the remainder of this whole KVK so that you're stocked up for next KVK? Because right now you're fighting a crisis, or you're fighting Shishku's kingdom and getting rubbish trades because of everyone. Well, I would fight enough so that you don't get zeroed by your kingdom. Most kingdoms have some requirement. Hit those requirements, and then if you're quite obviously losing and like there's no way out of it, I'm usually an advocate for stop fighting and recover for the next KVK. So I'd say probably just do that. Like if we were fighting like last KVK, I kept fighting because I'm a little bit of a weirdo in that regard where I keep fighting. But like once we were fully losing, it was done for me. I'm like, okay, you guys are still fighting, have fun, but I want to save resources and stuff for the next KVK. Is meta 6 or 7 marches? You're going to migrate to a better kingdom as this kingdom can't hold their weight. The meta isn't 6 or 7 for free-to-play low spenders. The meta is around 3 or 4. That's what I've noticed. Personally, I'm going to be running 4 marches at the max in the future because it's too hard to maintain 6 or 7 marches to give them good trades. Often you'll have 6 or 7 marches for maybe like a year. That's it. And then after that, you're going to have to swap out commanders and some of them become duds and they're not as strong. So I wouldn't recommend 6 or 7 marches. I'd recommend 3 to 4 personally. Should you focus Castle or VIP? For you, since you're VIP 11, I'd go for VIP. Thank God you're 414,000 points into VIP 12 right now. Using about 7 times 2k gems on the more than gems event. Nice. Me for real, that MF zeroed me. Who zeroed you? The guy with the top kills. Go find some more marauders over in the corner. Here we go. Oh, there's a ton down here. I'm this real quick. You stop fighting when you trade bad? Fair. You need good field fighters. All kingdoms do need good field fighters, I agree. That's why what I like to do is, before I have to give up fighting because it becomes completely unreasonable, I zero myself. So, can't field fight if I got no resources and no troops. Ha. You have Max CPO / Mehmed 5311, Guan 5255 / Max Alex. Should you invest into Cavs or Archers? Or keep saving heads? You got no good gear for Cavs or Archers. I would get a better secondary to CPO. Go get Sarkin. Mehmed at 5311. Yeah. I'd get a better secondary to CPO. Or just wait for the new infantry. That's an option. What I do is, there's 2 ways you could go. Actually cut back on my march and run a CPO with a Guan. So Guan primary, CPO secondary. And then whenever the new infantry released, just like fully invest in on them and put them with your CPO. That's a really good option. If you really want the 3 marches, I'd recommend then just start saving gold heads and go and get a Cavalry Archmarch once you have better gear. You stop fighting in trade value. I read that already. How far in Season of Conquest would a full epic march get me? Epic as equipment, flame, treads, gold age, revival set. You're so unlucky, legendary equipment. You got like 3x Navarre's control though. Epic marches and epic commanders, not far. Epic equipment, I still run epic equipment and it still works. Like my Nebu, he has one legendary piece, but last KVK he was all epic equipment. So definitely epic equipment still works. If you can try and talent some stuff, that would be best. Talented epic equipment is very good, so you should be fine with it. That's what I've noticed from my personal experience running epic equipment. Even my Henry still has epic pieces, if I had the set on him. Oh no, this is my Boudica set. My Boudica currently has my Henry set, but Boudica usually has epic pieces in her set because they are still very nice. And they're very free to play because they're cheap and easy to get. Stop memeing around and get an infantry march and a cav march. Ooh, no, sorry about that. I was thinking of making an infantry syndicate and a cavalry syndicate once I finish my siege one. But I don't think it's viable because I'd either have to go full free to play and it's going to go nowhere, or I'd have to spend money and I don't make enough money from the channel to justify it. 3 is the spot, especially for low spenders. I agree. 3 marches, best spot for low spenders. You can easily swap out those commanders when they release, and you've got one of each troop type to cover all grounds. Sun Tzu Prime got leaked on Facebook, really? Like already? I doubt it. Facebook, oh, okay. Let's see. They didn't leak Sun Tzu Prime. There's a guy flipping off. Okay. There's a comment of this guy flipping off Lilith. Sun Tzu Prime was not leaked. Yeah, no, it definitely has not been leaked. Who do I think is the next infantry? You think Sun Tzu Prime? I'm thinking something like Sun Tzu Prime. I made a prediction video. The main prediction was something that's better than Guan. We're going to see a better Guan. That was my prediction. Or an extremely powerful primary to CPO. I doubt we're going to get another primary commander that's going to go by themselves, because infantry are really struggling. So I'm thinking infantry are going to get like their savior commander, and it's going to be a really powerful commander. That was my main prediction. No, you mean my main account? Also never going to happen. This account's staying archer only. I'm a pure account now. I've switched. What kingdom am I in? 2365. Working on talents, you got the gloves and treads talented. Nice. I just keep working on those talents. You'll be able to use that equipment for almost the whole entire game, because legendary equipment, yes, it's powerful. It's minor stat increases. It's like 2-3% total. 2-3% like total stats you're going to get per piece of equipment. Yes, you're getting around 10 to 12 more, but it's like 8 times the cost. That's the problem with legendary equipment. So if you're going to get legendary equipment, I would say it's only for like marches you're really focusing in on, or you're an older account that already has 3 or so marches like mine, then you really start to get legendary equipment. Because personally, when I was in KVK, like my first ever KVK, I was full in on 1 in legendary set. You can see I've got 1 full legendary set, and that's literally because I was running 1 march for like 6 KVKs, stupid amount of time. And I've noticed switching it up, running more marches as I got more gold heads and more higher VIP levels, epic equipment just works fine. Like, you don't necessarily need to have legendary equipment for a march to work. Commanders will make the bigger influence compared to equipment, is really what I've noticed. Now, yes, it's important, but epic equipment will certainly suffice for a lot of situations. Rally and garrison, you need obviously legendary equipment, but open field, the small amount of stats often don't make up for things such as commanders or having a murder ball that's just completely destroying another one. That's what I've noticed. Plus, you can also iconic untalented equipment. So you don't necessarily need a talent for all the value you could be getting from legendary equipment as well. Where was I up to? Working on talents. Oh yeah, what kingdom am I? I already said that. Which bundles did I buy for this account? I don't buy many bundles, as in like super value bundles. I bought like some for the hammers for a live stream. I did buy, I think, one of these ones once. I think it was this one. I bought this one to sell the compasses back for like 500 gems each. But this was a while ago. I'm not buying anything else on this account. At the moment, I just don't need it on this account. This account is in a really good position. I'm just buying the gem supply to get more gems, because we always need more gems. So the supply depot, I've got the gem supply running for like another 87 days. So I don't actually need gold heads necessarily. I'm in a really good position for gold heads. Once Henry's done, I'm basically done working on any commanders. I can get Nebu up. Maybe I'm going to consider it. I might just work on him from MGE, because I do get MGEs quite often in this kingdom. They give me the archer ones. So I don't know. I don't really buy bundles on this account at the moment. It's more a free-to-play account. Yeah, I say free-to-play, but I've spent almost $1,000 on the account. But like, it's much more free-to-play than it was like a couple months ago when ZHUGE was releasing, and I was trying to expertise him as quick as I could. Do Marauders count for race against time? I think so. I'm not 100% sure that I can check. It should be in like the... I could start one right now. I don't really mind. Screw it. I'll start one. I'll just get the points because I'll do it again later. Doesn't matter. It's like I can start 3 per day. Yeah, we'll see now. I'm sure they would give you something. There's no way they don't. Is Nevsky Jones / XY Mina good for season 1? Yeah, definitely. That's very solid. I'd say that's really solid. Marco says good luck. Thank you. No, Marauders do not give you points. That's dumb. I'm just gonna drop it because it's annoying me. Yeah, I know, right? They don't give you anything. Oh, 1,000? Maybe, yeah. It's probably less. It's like more like 850, but it's Australian as well. That's like 600 American. Something like that. Bro, commanders are expensive. That's my comment. Bro, you just spent 1,000 on pre-KVK push. Okay. It's been 2 years and I've spent like 1,000. That's between my restart as well, I reckon. I think the restart's got like $100 in it. This account right here, which I don't play actively enough. I have to play it. I start playing more of those. I'm not going to be in my alliance. Your infantry main... wait, no, I'm not up to there yet. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it really just comes down to skills and command... yeah, it comes down to commander skill points. I agree. Commander skills definitely make the biggest impact out of everything in the game, the open field. Technology, not as big of an impact. Equipment, not that big of an impact. Commander skills, the do or die of pretty much any march. Your infantry main, you do want 2x infantry, 1x cav, and 1x archer. You got 2 marches with epic equipment. Rest is blue lol. Should you just iconic any legendary or in a special order? I often, if you get a lot of legendary equipment, I like to iconic it based on the stats it's giving. So pants give base health. They were my first ever iconic. Then chestplates are lower on the iconic list. They're defense. Helmets are also defense. So look at the stats they're giving. I did like the attack stuff last. Accessories are an instant iconic. They are troop health. That's all troops. So I always iconic what's going to give you the most value. So keep in mind what's giving you value, what's not. Like there are 3 attack pieces here. Sorry, 2 attack pieces. I read that wrong. So the weapon and the glove are both attack. The boots and the pants are both health. And then the helmet and the chest plate are both defense. So in order, I'd get probably accessories first, legendary accessories in terms of iconic. Then pants or boots. Then you get the defense, which I'm pretty sure is the chest plate and also the helmet, and then you go and get the attack stuff. That's the order I iconic in. I often have a surplus of iconic crystals because I'm not a whale. I can't get equipment that often. So I can just iconic on like craft, but it depends how much you're spending, how much equipment you are getting. Is 5551 ZHUGE good? That's pretty much what I ran last KVK. So yeah, it's pretty good. I ran like 5552, something like that, 5553. So yeah, it works fine. I think that's a very good march. Maybe I ran like a 5525 march, something like that. 5515 even better. Yeah, I think my last skill was maxed. The thing with his last skill, I'm pretty sure, I have to double check his skills. I can't remember off the top of my head which one's which. One of his skills is really nice. It's the one that gives him that extra AoE hit, but you want to expertise him to get full value because otherwise you have to be 2 skill cycles in a battle and most skill cycles don't last that long. Yeah, I think I didn't actually get this skill. I went for like the 555 and then I got like 3 on this. This last skill is really powerful only if you expertise him, because if you're not in the open field, like if you're in the open field actually fighting where it's like a skirmish, where you hit and run, that skill is not as powerful. You're not going to really get that second AoE. Once you expertise him, it's on his first skill cycle, you get that extra AoE. So it's way more easy to use and much, much better. So that's what I've noticed from the LIANG personally. You want to expertise him to really get full value from that skill. Otherwise, it's good for duels, it's good for one-on-one long extended battles, but not the best thing to get in, as like you could have better skills on him currently, and then you could work on that skill as you work to expertise. You have an expertise Mina and YSG. Considering this KVK, should you get Nevsky or Boudica as your first KVK 3? So you got expertise Mina and YSG. I'm not gonna lie, it depends on equipment. If you got cav equipment, get Nevsky. You got archer equipment, get Boudica. So that's what I'd say. And then you can go and get the other one. So if you get Boudica, you go and get Nevsky. If you get Nevsky, go and get Boudica. And then you can either get an infantry march, or you could get one of the new Cavs. So you could put Nevsky or Hao Bing together. You could actually get Hao Bing Mina, but I prefer Nevsky with Mina. And then you could also go and get a Joan from Nevsky and bench the Mina. Or you could do something with archers like get a ZHUGE and put that behind Boudica. That is certainly an option. I've noticed Boudica YSG though certainly suffices. Much better than Mina with Nevsky because it does have a good AoE. Mina with Nevsky does have no AoE. That's something you should keep in mind. You said to hit minimum requirements, but you think you'll be drained also during that. So should you tell the kingdom you're working a lot and not got enough time to fight? However, next KVK it will 2x my requirements. What are your requirements and like how much power do you have currently? So depending on your requirements and how close you are, it would depend. Verification, my favorite part of the day. I always love doing this. Boom. Grab. Flask. This sign. How many things do we have at the moment? I feel like these satchels are coming slower. Unless I'm going crazy, I feel like they're coming slower. Like, they've slowed down, maybe. The little secret nerf. Also, has anyone ever noticed, there's always one thing you get the least of. Currently, this was my least, now this is. There's always something you have like the very least of, and it's like by far and away the least. Boom. Now I'm in the top 900, let's go. I'm at 385,000. Now I can get the 500k push. We've also got 50 chests. Oh, you know what else I have to do? I have this thing I gotta buy. You know in the armament shop? This in here. I should buy this. I was gonna do a YouTube short, but I was like, I think Gaines Gaming already. Oh wait, fuck. It just opens it. Okay. Whoops. I thought it gives you like the chest. I got an inscription shard and I got the militant one. 1% extra normal attack. I know where that's gonna go. That's gonna go on like my good epic armament. I think I got one on Boudica. Does she have one? Like this one, right? Yeah, here we go. Oh, doesn't exist. Wow. Oh, it's not a scroll thing, is it? Well, in here? No. Righto then. Can you make a video about Archer endgame set? I will. I'm pretty sure someone DM'd me about that. That might have actually been you. Let me see. Mr. Pilot01 messaged me. Oh, I know him from a while ago. Who was that messaged me? Daddy Chaos at War. No. I'm gonna find who actually messaged me. I've got a bunch of DMs in game I gotta respond to. Can't find who messaged me about making a Archer video. Oh no, that was on Discord. They messaged me about making an Archer video. And I agreed. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do some testing about Archer gear. I'm gonna run it through like ROK test. I'm gonna switch around the gear and all that. I'm gonna see how each march like performs depending on the gear, so we'll see. I'll definitely be doing that soon. Satchels have a better drop rate on the first day, really? Well, I didn't have time on the first day. It was like a school night. So that didn't happen. I was school night and I went to the gym. Today I'm going to the gym later, and yesterday I was grinding a bit of Marauders. Do Marauders give better loot than KVK 1 barbs? 100,000%. Barbs in KVK suck until you hit Season of Conquest. Then they get more value and they're way more valuable. KVK 1 barbs, no value compared to Marauders. All AP in KVK 1 just goes straight in Marauders. I did it with my account. I always recommend it in KVK 1. So definitely much better than KVK 1 barbs. I'd highly recommend doing them. The best of the best with testing. You DM me on Discord. Okay, you were the one. I was thinking of running Nevsky 5551/Mina and Boudica 5551/YSG, then getting Joan 5115 and XY 5511, then running Nevsky 5551, Joan with the Joan, the 55115, Joan, XY 5511/Mina, and then Boudica 5551/YSG. I don't know about getting XY to only 5511, 5551? No, 5511. He is a commander that benefits from a lot of his later skills, and he's quite old, as in he's almost 3 years old now, if I'm not mistaken. So if you want to effectively run him, you're going to need higher skills. That's just the truth about older commanders. You're going to need to go a little bit more in. I'd recommend getting that 3rd skill, or possibly trying to get the 4th skill by going like 5515, because this is a nice skill, the rage reduction. Granted, he doesn't need it. You could just go in and get this skill. And no, you don't need this skill, so rather you get this skill here. That's what I meant. So you just have to try and go in for the 5515. There is a chance you waste gold head, so that's the problem. I don't know why I said this skill. This is definitely a rally skill. His expertise is also nice, but it's not really needed. So up to you if you want to run the Zhang Yu with your Mina. If I were in your situation, I'd probably just bench the Mina, to be honest, and not go in and get an older commander like Zhang Yu, where there's better options like Hao Bing out. Also, Hao Bing is probably a better option, which I forgot to mention. So if you do really want to run it, I recommend Hao Bing. He's got more future potential than Zhang Yu by like far and away, easily. But I would personally bench the Mina and not do it. So XY 5515. Yeah, if you want to run him. Or you can get Hao Bing and just like 5551 and then gradually work on your way to expertise with him. And he's going to give you much more value than Zhang Yu, in my opinion. You'll be able to use him for way longer. That's the real thing about it. So Zhang Yu is still strong, but he's not at that level of Hao Bing, as in he doesn't have the future proofing that Hao Bing does have. Because Hao Bing is the newest Cav commander. He's got the current most damage. He's got basically Zhang Yu's utility. A little bit more difficult to tap into Hao Bing's utility, a little bit inconvenient. But I don't mind I don't mind the inconvenience of signing Hao Bing, where you have to kind of wait around 30 seconds before you fight. He is still fairly good with only the 1000 rage, especially if you run him as the primary. You'll be fine with him. That's just what I've really noticed about him. XY Saladin beached forever. I didn't know they were a whale. They got beached. Unless you meant benched. XY Saladin is a very, very old march. It is pretty benched. How do these marches sound? Charles Martel 5511, Alex 5311, Scipio Sagan 5551, 5110, Ethel and Mina Ethel Expertise Mina 5512, Herman and YSG 5535. So Herman's Expertise YSG 5535. My best advice there is just cut back. There's way too many marches there. If I were you personally, I'd like drop the Charles Martel with the Alex. They're both fairly low skill levels. I'd drop them both. Scipio and Sagan, I'd begin working on your Sagan. Ethel and Mina, I'd drop the Mina and I'd run a Mina. I'd drop the Ethelfled, and I'd run a Mina with a YSG. That's what I'd do. If you can cut back like that, you're going to be in a really good position. There's way less marches. Yes, 5 marches looks cooler on the open field, but it's not necessarily going to perform as good. Where if you run 3 or so marches with higher skill levels, then it would make sense. If you had higher level Minas and Alexes, and then I would be like, okay, sure, you could probably keep those. So high level Alex and Charles Martel, and you had a better Archer primary, I'd be like, yeah, you can keep those marches. But someone who's actually run Herman YSG, it sucks compared to other marches out there. It's way worse than Mina YSG. So I would recommend cutting back like that. That's what I'd personally do. Make Mina the primary as well. And even if you want to keep the Ethelfled with the Mina, please make Mina the primary. Because Ethelfled, there is no gear for her. And Mina has a lot of gear. That's what I'd end up doing. For a second, I thought the stream crashed. I was looking at my screen. You'll bench Mina and run Nevsky / Drone, Buka / YSG and save for the new infantry commanders. Yeah, that's definitely an option. That's probably the better option in my opinion, because I think the new infantry will become the new meta. I don't think that Lilith is going to be stingy on infantry again and give them trash commanders, because they do need a little bit of a hit to their effectiveness. Actually, a massive hit to their effectiveness, to be honest. I should start trading, because I feel like it's going to come and go rather than later. I need these. I'm also going to take this. I'll give you guys the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. They said they were going to implement kingdom-wide trading. It's not here, so not sure where that went. There is no kingdom-wide trading here at all. They're like, oh yeah, you can trade with your kingdom. Unless I read it wrong. Let me double check the thing. I swear, maybe it might be after it ends. That'd be cool. I don't have to actually start wait, whoa. Oh, that's some of the bundle. I don't have to start hardcore trading right now. Let's see. That's past glory. Alright, let's see. During first stage of a crusade, you can now trade scouts partners with governors in your kingdom, not just your fellow alliance members. Never happened. No. Let me just trade with you guys. Oh, someone accepted. Thank you. I'm gonna also put up you for you. Welcome to the kingdom-wide trading. It works great. Alright. You mainly use Ethelfled / Mina on forts, but who with YSG did I say? Mina primary, YSG secondary if you want to keep running him. And then I'd branch out, get maybe a Nevsky, get maybe a Boudica. And then, but I'd do that after you work on the Sagan to at least 5511. That's what I'd do. So if you get Nevsky and Boudica, you can split that march of the Mina YSG. You can have YSG with Boudica and Mina with Nevsky. And then you're in a much better position. Try and get them to at least 5511 each. Oh, I sent that backwards. That's not what I meant to trade. That was not the plan. I meant to go, I want, I'm offering. Trade backsies, please. You saved 1,229 gold. Respect. Now past 4 will be 1 week, and you have Alex, YSG, Pakal, and Harold maxed. Mehmed 5512, Martel 5533. You're thinking about Max Nev / CPO 5551. Is that a good plan? what I do for you, for marchers wise, I'd continue running Bakal and Harold, that'd be nice. I'd get something to go with the YSG over the CPO. Or, I mean, actually, maybe CPO is better, to be honest. I would actually stick with what you're saying. That is a good plan, because the new infantry are coming soon. You can eventually bench that Alex, swap it in for the new infantry commander, who you could work on. And expertise Nevsky is always going to be a good thing. So if you're running him with, I think it was a Mina. Was it Mina you said? You have Alex, YSG, Bakal, Harold, Mehmed, Mata. Or you don't have a Cav commander, it seems. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't actually get the Nev. If you don't have a Cav commander, I'd rather get an Archer commander like Boudica or ZHUGE to go with the YSG. Personally, I prefer Boudica, but if you want the extra damage, you go with ZHUGE. So that's what I'd do. I'd get CPO, put the CPO with your Alex for now, and then in the future, I'd go and get the new infantry commanders and then replace your Alex. Plus, you'll be running a Boudica YSG or ZHUGE YSG, which are very solid, so you won't need to really swap that around for quite a while, and then you could start working on a Cav march. Unless I'm missing something and you do have a Cav commander and I just glossed over it. Alex, YSG, Bakal, Harold, Mehmed, Martel. Yeah, no, I wouldn't get the Nevsky if you don't have a Cav commander. I do have no need to run Mina in fights. He's only level 50 though. Okay. It's still probably better than Ethelfled, but you could run Ethelfled YSG. Really tough situation. Most of those commanders there are very outdated by the time you reach Season of Conquest. So it seems like you're in Season of Conquest. I think you mentioned you had a CPO. If I'm not mistaken, let me find the message again. Here it is. You mentioned you had a CPO. You mentioned you had a Sargon, so you're definitely in Season of Conquest. YSG is probably your strongest commander, that's the thing. How many gold heads do you have? Depending on how many gold heads you have, I could maybe formulate something a little bit stronger than the current ball you're running. KVK 3. Okay, so you're not in Season of Conquest yet. Do you have like 200 gold heads on you at the moment? Or do you have like just 0? You spent them all on the CPO? Because that would definitely be a deciding factor as to what move you'd make next. More Marauders. Marauders never end. I need more speed ups. I don't think 72 days of speed ups is enough for a KVK. 5551 CPO and 5110 Sargon. You have 94 gold heads right now, 74 YSG sculptures. You could expertise YSG, not gonna lie. Here's what I do. Take the Mina up. I know he's only 5512, but take him up. Or you could actually you could put YSG with Charles Martel. What is your better equipment? Infantry or cabs? Depending on what has your better equipment would make my main decision here. Because you do have a lot of commanders here you've invested in. I think the next batch of Archer commanders would come with a greater primary commander than Boudica Prime. I don't know about that. I feel like the next Archer commander is going to be really specified. I feel like it's going to be like a Tamara style. I don't think they're going to go for another primary or another dumb OP commander. I'd love another dumb OP commander. I'm personally going to just double expertise both on release. I'm going to have enough gold heads if I start saving. So, subscribe if you want to see me double expertise on release the new Archers whenever they come in a year's time. So yeah, I don't think Archer commanders will have another primary greater than Henry and Boudica. I feel like Henry and Boudica are too powerful. If they add another one, it'd be a bit bad for like the meta, because they already are pretty game breaking on their own. CPO plus YSG does good. That is true, but I think he's Sargon. He wants to keep the Sargon, if I was to be honest. But you could bench Sargon for now, run the CPO with the YSG, and then work on Sargon later, and work on a Boudica as well, and you could bring them in. That's definitely a thing you could do. Gatekeeper shield with full epic inf, Vanguard, and Windswept on Cav with Navarre's control, and full epic Archer set. The Archer set's definitely going to get benched temporarily till you get like a Boudica or a ZHUGE. That's like no doubt. There's no, like, you should not be running an epic in Season 3, especially since it's Season of Conquest commanders now. You could get away with it before. Now that Season 3 is basically Season of Conquest, you can't. So, what I do is, you've got the Gatekeeper shield, full epic inf, and then Vanguard and Windswept. Vanguard is like the epic piece, right? Or is that the green? I think it might be the green. Yeah, it is the green. YSG behind CPO. Secret made a very good observation there. I glossed over the YSG with the CPO. Do that. YSG behind CPO for now. I don't know if you should expertise the YSG. You could for the circular AoE 300 extra damage factor. And then you could go and get someone like a Boudica and then split them. You should give your CPO with the Sargon back and then a Boudica with the YSG. But I'd want to get Sargon to at least 5-5-1-1 before I start using him again. That's what I'd recommend. So 5-5-1-0. I wouldn't get his 4th skill yet. That's what I'd recommend. So bench the Herman, bench the Ethelfled, bench the Mina, and bench the Sargon for now. Run CPO with YSG so you can still get some good trades while you work on another march. And then you can start splitting the commanders. That's definitely the best route for you. You play Boudica / YSG and Henry and Nebu or Max, but I'm presuming that means I heard CPO is OP. CPO is pretty good. He's the best infantry commander, but without a good secondary, which he currently is missing, he's not as strong as I'd want. I feel like he has so much more potential, but Guan, who is his best secondary, kind of brings him down. And not many people want Sargon, since Sargon's more of a specified commander. I say Sargon's stronger, but if you want Sargon, you have to at least run 4 marchers. So a lot of people are still running that Guan CPO, and Guan is such a squishy commander that it makes someone as tanky as CPO actually squishy. He still does beat Cavs, don't get me wrong, but the thing is, with CPO, he definitely needs that better secondary or even a better primary. So, because he can definitely be run as a secondary, he's got a ton of AoE. So, hoping this new infantry commander do bring what CPO needs. I don't want them to go with something that's really specified to like Sargon. That would be stupid, and I'm sure that would be like a killing blow to infantry. Like, beat them while they're down kind of thing. What's my opinion about the possibility to get Kusunoki Prime in the future? The thing I've noticed with all these Prime commanders, none of them have a specific troop type. Like, if we look at all the current Prime commanders, Boudica Prime, her epic is a versatility and like integration, I'm pretty sure. CPO Prime, once again, he doesn't have a troop type. Joan Prime, the other Prime commander, also has no troop type. 3 commanders right there who have no troop type. I don't know if that means we're going to start getting, I don't know if that means Lilith is just going to do the commanders that have no troop type, or the integration commanders pretty much. And the leadership commanders are going to get it. So that means like our next ones could be something dumb like Queen Tamara of Georgia Prime or Osman Prime. Osman Prime would be cool, not going to lie. I don't think they're going to go for those troop specific ones yet. We'll have to wait. We'll have to wait and see. I reckon eventually they'll go in and they'll just like, alright, Herman going to be an archer, Kusunoki going to be an archer. They'll probably just double batch them in. But I'm not too sure. What is my YSG's skill level? Expertise. I expertised him as my first ever commander. I'm pretty sure. True, I saw that too. I think Osman is next. I'd predict Osman as the next Prime commander. A lot of people say Sun Tzu Prime. I reckon there'll be a commander like Sun Tzu. They might have something like Sun Tzu's kit, but they're not going to be called Sun Tzu Prime because it seems like they're just kind of leaving these epic commanders as they are, to be honest. Like if they're not an integration or leadership commander. I think YSG was actually my first ever expertise. I think before Ethelfled. I purposely sold Ethelfled sculptures to expertise YSG before. I expertised him 2021, 7th of the 27th. And then Ethelfled, let's see. Was that date unlocked? Might be date unlocked. My expertise time was 2022, 2nd of the 9th. The dates there are backwards, they're very confusing me. And then I got Ethelfled. When was she? Please say she was like a day after. I can't even look. She doesn't have an info. Well, we'll never know. Maybe it's up here? She doesn't have info. I can't actually look at when I got my Ethelfled. That might be a glitch. I think the trust system broke that. So CPO YSG? Yes. Definitely. 100% CPO YSG is the way to go for you. You only want to target him because you like him, fair. What about the second and third? What about the second and third march? Second march, like I said, I'd go CPO YSG, continue with it, and then once you go for your second march, split them off. Run a CPO with a Sargon again. So get Sargon to 5-5-1-0, and then get Boudica to 5-5-5-1. And then you can split the YSG, put him behind Boudica. That's going to be a solid march. Your Sargon will be doing good behind CPO at that point, and you've got 2 very good marches. For your third march, you can go and get some commanders like a Cav march. You could go and get Nevsky and Joan, but that's a fresh march, so you're going to have to do that. And you will have to get better equipment for that. What I'd do before you get a third march is expertise your CPO and expertise your Sargon. That's what I'd do. I would like more CC in commanders, like, not CC, what is it? Like Xiao Xiao? Or there's another thing that means CC that I've gone crazy and missed. It's at the trust and overview. Okay, wait, let me check a look. So there's no longer an info button. Wow, I feel like I'm 80. I don't even know how to operate this game anymore. Is Ethelfled? Just overview. Oh, I was looking at it. 2nd to the 28th. Yeah, she's after I did YSG, I'm pretty sure. YSG is 2nd to the 9th. Let's go. February 9th, I expertise YSG. And then February 28th, I expertise Ethelfled. So my first ever expertise on this account was not Ethelfled, it was YSG. I think that was literally just because I liked YSG, because I was going to be an archer main at that point. I was like, let's do something funny. So you should focus on CPO. So you should focus up CPO to 551. I think you mean Sargon there. Focus up Sargon to 5510 and Boudica 5551. Exactly, that's what I do. As a low spender, that's going to take some time. It definitely will take some time, but that's going to leave you in a much better position. And then you can go back and finish CPO. And I wouldn't finish Boudica. I wouldn't expertise Boudica. I would, if you want to run the 2 marchers, I'd expertise CPO after you finish your Boudica. That's what I do. I think CPO at 5551 is already in a good enough position where I say you've got so many commanders sitting on the bench, you want to try and run some of them. So what I do is I'd begin working on the Boudica before like getting, before expertising CPO. CPO Alex is also great. Yeah, but his Alex is like 5311 if I'm not mistaken. It's too low a level for me to say it's like it's a good use. Let me find the exact message again. I've lost the exact message. How far back was it? I can't find it. Oh, here we go. His Alex is 5511. I wouldn't use the Alex here. Why not expertise Boudica? Boudica, for most players, medium to low spenders, is not worth the expertise. It's like a 5% increase in her power in most situations. Unless the next commanders come, it's like they come with a massive silence. She's not as good. Plus, ZHUGE gives you silence immunity for free. Pretty much 50% chance. It's going to trigger enough where I say Boudica's expertise isn't worth it, especially since her 4th skill is dog shit. Like 800 healing, 5% damage to infantry. Good for AoE farming, nothing else. That's the only reason, like, I'd even say there's a reason to consider, like, expertising her. If you don't have a Richard and you're a very pure archer account, her AoE farming capability is good, and her expertise is okay. Like, it's 10% increase. It's just not worth the extra, like, 320 gold that you have to do. She only gets 1 extra skills. Yeah, that's true. She pretty much only gets the expertise. This skill is nothing. But you have, like, 600,000 AP, you never use them. I have that issue at the moment. I had a much more action points, but you can see I'm kind of stacked in AP right now. I haven't done big AP pushes in a while. I used to like fully grind Marauders, like all my AP, and I was like, now AP is a bit sketch. Like I don't want to use all my AP. I want to save it for events. So occasionally I'll push some events with AP, but it also does mean I can be a little bit more blasé with it. Like I'll do the Kurok event and I'll just like finish it day 1 because I can with the action points. You smash Guans with Boudica's expertise. Boudica still smashes Guans without the expertise, to be honest. It is good for that situation, smashing Guans, but personally, I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, she's going to be better against the Guan and anyone that's got a silence. At the moment, Guan is the only commander with silence, so I can't fully recommend it. Plus, like I said, ZHUGE's already got silence immunity for free. You don't actually have to level up his skills. Let me quickly grab my jumper. Getting a bit cold. Alright, take this off. You asked around, and apparently there is no KP requirement due to having such hard opponents like 2605 and 17. 1175. I feel like I'm inside a freezer right now. Yeah, I can still hear me. I took my headsets off. There we go. I'm back. It's back on. As for now in a duel, CPO Sargon is better than CPO YSG. Really, to be honest, your Sargon is extremely low skill level. Once he reaches like 5511, though, definitely will do better. Doesn't matter since testing AoE commanders against single target. Doesn't make sense testing AoE commander against single target. It doesn't, but I think the simulator now has an AoE version. I'm gonna have to quickly download that and log into Patreon. Pretty sure they made like a modable version of it. Since we got no KP rec, should you fight? No. I definitely wouldn't be fighting if you got no KP requirement. That's just the message. Okay, let's try find the membership to the Specker, the guy who made the simulator. The most recent one was... Where's this? August 1st. Oh. That's where they said they added... AoE stuff. Whatever, I'll download it. That's KVK Tech Simulator. I'm downloading both then. Screw it. Alright, while those downloads, back in Rise of Kingdoms. You want an Archer Cheeseburger March. The Archer Cheeseburger March is LIANG with YSG. If you can pop out of your city and no one can stop you, you drop ridiculous AoE, especially if there's a lot of people, to the point where even if it gets swarmed and takes a bit of damage, it's still gonna trade like dumb positive. I was using it a ton in my last KVK. Whenever there was anyone nearby, LIANG YSG bang at my city, I just demolished him. It was crazy. So Archers, their version of like city popping is not high tankiness or high counterattack. It's just stupid skill damage. You would like a heavy CC infantry commander that would make a very powerful primary. I'm still confused on what CC is. Am I Charles Martel maybe? No, that'd be CM. My infantry commander has CC in their name, unless you literally mean Cao Cao. Richard, no. Charles Martel, no. Constantine. I think Constantine is one. Juan, Leo, Harold, Zenobia. Definitely not this guy. Chiok. Carl, no. CPO, Flavius, Tarek, and Sargon. There's no one here that starts with CC. I'm so confused. Should you go for Scipion? I love Scipion Expert. If I don't go for Guan. Yeah, I'd go for the CPO expertise if you don't go for Guan. Unless you want to save. Just like relax and save till like the newest commanders hit. As in till the newest infantry hit. And then you can decide if they're good with CPO or not. Because I'm predicting they're going to be. But predictions are predictions. There's no guarantee. I can't really back it with anything. Like Lilith hasn't even said a word about new infantry yet. So they could be extremely good with Guan, or they could be they could be extremely good with Scipio. They could be something that makes no sense at all, and it's just completely random. Hola, I'm presuming that means hello without the H in Spanish. Hola to you too. Yeah, but that's no counterattack. No counterattack needed when you drop a skill cycle in 7 turns and nuke down 6 people. That's all I'm gonna say. You could also run Henry with LIANG, which is what I did for the majority of my city pops. Very tanky march. You did a duel in game, no bot. What do you mean? You can bot duel? I didn't know that was a thing. Crowd control? As in like for the LIANG YSG? Yes, crowd control. That's definitely a very powerful thing to it. Oh, crowd control. Oh, that's what it means. So you want a good crowd control primary. So someone with AoE pretty much. That's the vibe I'm getting. I don't know if we'll get another AoE. I mean, infantry do have that infamy, I guess. Not infamy. Like, they're famous for having double AoE commanders. That's what made them very free to play. Like, they had at one point, it was Guan with Leo. Leo was an AoE commander. Then it was Guan with CPO. That's a double AoE commander. So they're kind of known for their AoE being pretty strong. Obviously, archers are known for having more skill damage, but infantry are tanky. That was the difference. So I'm sure that the next commander, I'm not too sure, but I predicted they're going to have single target damage, though they could have an AoE, depending on what Lilith does. Like, Lilith could just do something crazy and make, like, another Guan style commander with the AoE and everything, which is one of the predictions I gave. I said that there is a good chance of there being a Guan style commander, AoE and all. So we'll have to see when they release, to be honest. That's too tough to really call at this point. We don't even know what they look like or anything about them in history, so don't even know if there will be new infantry. They could just shut down the game service tomorrow. All 3 fights was versus a Joan of Arc primary with a William 1v1. The page thingy, well, I forgot what it's called, not a bot. Oh, I'm confused. At Jack, go, you were right. Oh, at Jack, go, you were right. This is a very generic term. It is a very generic term. Some reason I've never actually like heard someone use crowd control, like in the CC version. Touche, but the trades nice. Like a debuff, nullifying boost, or stat boost. That could work as well instead of a silence. But then I feel like people are still going to run Guan, and the current issue with infantry in Guan is that Guan is way too squishy. There was also someone who said they should add a 3-second disarm. I like the idea. They said in my comments, but then I was thinking, wait, if they can get it to cycle up right, they could completely shut down anything. A garrison, a city, billions of power city, just disarmed, and they would take 0 damage, and they just deal like, not crazy damage as a disarm. They just deal damage by taking no deads, no saves, no nothing. So if they got field control and they started disarm swarming everything, the whole thing would be shut down. So I highly doubt Lilith is going to do a long disarm, because the way disarm works, it's not like a silence. They can't even do any counterattack or normal attacks. It is just straight up, they have nothing to them. So a 3-second disarm, don't think that's going to happen. 2-second disarm, highly doubt that's going to happen as well. If you have 2 cav marches to go to, who should you pair? Like, who would I say you should pair? Who are Joan or who are William? I prefer the Joan. People say William, I prefer the Joan. The reports I've seen on the ROK tester, even though they are 1v1s and they're not 100% accurate, have shown that house shaping with Joan does do better. That's just what I've seen. That's what I've seen personally. I think that it's going to do better than Nevsky and Joan, and Nevsky with William is very tanky, and since William is a much older commander compared to Joan, he is lower on stats. He needs that tankiness, so I think it makes sense to put the Nevsky with the William and the house shaping with the Joan. That's what I know. Yeah, disarm is too broken. Facts. Disarm would like shut down anything. The thing is, with El Cid, it's like you have to 10 swarm to actually get a disarm, and it's not on an active skill, so it's not as bad. If it was on an active skill, then he'd probably actually be a viable commander, funny enough. So, yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Disarm, completely game breaking, and definitely, it's on an active skill though, but definitely should just not be something that you have consistent access to, especially against garrison rallies, or that it'd completely destroy you. Nevsky, Joan, house shaping William, that's still a way to go, yeah. Can you check your account? Is it good for 100 days? Sure, where's your account located? I'll take a quick peek, why not? It's sent me in PMs. Oh yeah, sent me in PMs. I'll take a peek at this. Dynamic power, 250 million kill points. Things in the album. R4 did absolutely nothing in KVK, being on every awards list. Actually, facts. Can't read that. Send me some photos of your account, I'll take a look. It also harms the rage generation. Yeah, that's true, it actually does. So, disarm it's very powerful, but I doubt they're going to really make disarm a key thing, because that would just completely destroy the field. A commander like that would literally be immortal to becoming, like, useless, unless they add disarm immune commanders, which I don't think they would do. It's a very niche debuff. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't think they're going to add any disarm. It was a great idea, but then once you think a little bit deeper, like behind what they could do to rallies and garrisons and just shut shit down, not a good idea anymore. It would have been interesting to see the meta though. It might have been like when Attila and Takeda were first released, and Attila and Takeda were just like way too OP. Your top 3 marches are Boudica, ZHUGE, Nevsky, and Joan, Sargon, and Sepia. That's pretty strong. For 3 marches. I'm presuming they're going to be like mostly expertise. That's actually a really good 3-march meta ball. You got the Sargon, you got the Sepia, you got Boudica and ZHUGE, current meta archers, you got meta Kaz with the Nevsky and the Joan, you got meta infantry with Sargon and Sepia. Like, you can't get better than that. There's almost no point to even get a 4th march. Like, what would you get? Maybe like a house shaping with a William. You could do Henry with like, I don't know, YSG, Henry with ZHUGE, not Henry with ZHUGE, Henry with like Nebu, but other than that, your marches, like, they're really good. I wouldn't change anything, to be honest. Let's see these images. That's decent equipment for an account 400 days old. I'm not very inept on armaments at the moment. I have to get a little bit more in on them. I think this is a good amount of stats though. With three inscriptions is nice. Let's check something with my inscriptions. Oh, this is for a shield. Okay. Okay, so if I put this on my Henry. No. This is all... Okay, well, I don't have any shield I can put that on. What's my Nebu running? Running this. Damn it. Oh, this is better. But that might be for my other wedge formation, isn't it? It definitely is. I think I've got 2 wedge formations. Henry's supposed to have one on. One sec, I gotta sort this out. Yeah, oh, Henry has this one. Oh, I don't take that off. Whip. How do I actually put this on? Oh, here we go. 1, use. Perfect. Anyways, back onto the Marauder grind. This grind never ends. To reset. Till I can't trade in anymore. Is 5551 Boudica a good with expertise ZHUGE? You're not an archer player, you have 1 archer march. Should you expertise Boudica or no? Do not expertise Boudica if you're not an archer main, you're only going to use 1 archer march, so there is no point. Plus, ZHUGE brings most of the utility that Boudica needs from her expertise. Like, it's a 50% chance instead of an 80%, but it is good enough. Like, you don't really need to go for the expertise Boudica for that slightly extra silence, like, immunity. Most situations nowadays, there is no super powerful silence commander. You're not going to need it. That's just the real truth about it. First ZHUGE and second Sivio and third Nevsky. As in, like, their performance, I'm presuming. That's what I'm guessing from that. My opinion about Boudica Prime as a primary and Ethelflaed as a secondary with double relics. I'm presuming you mean only Ethelflaed's got the double relic, because you did say relics for a second. I thought that Boudica is a relic, and I'm like, that's definitely not right. It's decent, but it's not that strong. Boudica's already got a slowdown. Boudica Prime doesn't really need Ethelflaed's kit, but it could work. Like, maybe. That's the only reason I could think it might work. Like, just because Ethelflaed has an AoE, she's got some debuffs. I'd prefer not, though. I'd prefer you, like, to run something else. But if the disarm comes true, Boudica would be a counter. Is control effects including disarm? Oh, she's actually immune to disarm. So, that also means ZHUGE or ZHUGE only silence. Control effect as well. ZHUGE is also going to be a fairly decent counter if the disarm came true. I highly doubt it, though. I don't think Lilith would do that. If disarm comes, you punch Boudica ZHUGE into those imps. I'm not that worried about the field and disarm because it's never really going to become a big issue. Yes, it's going to be painful and annoying, but on a garrison / a city where if you can get that disarm to cycle right, it would be broken, like stupid. You could shut down a rally completely, shut down a garrison completely. Any city that's left defenseless, dead from a 5 march swarm, regardless of their power. So if it's a 2-second disarm, definitely is going to be game breaking. If they do 1 second, that's fine. We've seen it before, it's not game breaking, and that's not going to change much. 1 mil to 100k trade, and that's going to be like more 10 million to 5,000 troops. That's what I'd predict. How many days of space do I have currently? For KVK, around 72 days. I'm going to get more once all these open. Like, I have a bunch of Marauder chests ready and waiting for the end of the stream, so. Hopefully I get a few more 3-day speed-ups from those. I mean, I'm sure I would get something extra. I got like a 3-day speed-up from 10 that I opened off camera. I say camera as if I got a camera on. I mean, off-screen record, guys. 71 satchels. Let's open these real quick. Did I only get 2 of these? Really? No, I got 6. When can I trade with the whole kingdom? That's the real question I got at the moment. Alright, let's put this up. I'm offering you this. This way, Marauders. I smell the Marauders. My Marauder Massacre sense is tingling. Marauder Grind, Massacre, and Ask Me Questions. What? I wouldn't know what title, but this was the most wacky title I've ever wrote. I wrote it at like 2 a.m. I like passed out after I wrote it. I put the wrong thumbnail on this when I first released it. And I put the wrong thumbnail on the video for today about my KVK when I first released it. And then the live had the correct thumbnail. Not gonna lie, this is such a fire thumbnail. Anyways, yeah, if they did a 2-second disarm, even on a passive skill slot, and people could swarm down with those marches, and KVK done. Like, that would completely game break the meta and everything. Oh, so many people left and joined the alliance. So many, jeez. Alright, how many Marauders are in the vicinity? We gotta know. One here. I'd like to formulate my path against the Marauders. Boom. Go down like this. Another one here. Another one here. 2 more there. Okay, there's a lot of Marauders nearby. There's no shortage. Go down again. If it's this one, he's gonna die now. Okay, you gotta go to sleep. Always remember, bros before bros before how Che Bing, of course. Bros before hoes, but it's how Che Bing. Oh, that's actually funny. That's actually a really funny joke. I should put that as my Discord handle. I should put it bros before or how Che Bings, but we like hoes. That's gonna become my Discord handle. You get that was really funny. What's my current Discord handle? I think it's like being abused by how Che Bing or something. You need credit then? Let's see how I can credit you. I put secretly bros before hoes. Let's see how I write this up. I don't remember how to change my. I'll do it later. Gotta grind the Marauders. I gotta get more points. How many points am I at? I don't know, 41,000. Oh, I might actually hit the 500k that I wanted. See, grinding Marauders on stream is much less daunting than grinding them off stream. Off stream, I just sit there and it's like, ugh. Okay, so yeah, buy a secret. Grinding them off stream is like, I sit there and it's like, ugh. Tap, drag. Grinding them on stream, I'm shouting into a microphone and clicking and dragging. That's the best difference. You know what I wish? I wish Marauders were like closer together. I feel like barbs spawn really close, but I think Marauders always spawn far apart. If I just didn't have to march anywhere, much better and everything. Oh yeah, Mightiest Governor Stage 6 is also coming up, and I'm on the list. I need to get more points. I think I need 8 million total. I need to be like here. Who the hell's... I think he broke the cap. Is he on the list? Might be actually. Let's check the MGE list. Is this one? No, he's on the list. Okay. Yeah, I've got to go to 8 million points. Got to push that Mightiest Governor. I get 5 more Henry sculptures. That means Henry should be almost expertise by the time my fighting starts, if not expertise. I'll have 5, plus I've got maybe like 10, 20 days of fighting starts, another 40, plus the 14, 20, 69, that's ironic, plus the 20 from the... Yeah, I should actually have expertise Henry by the time fighting starts. That means sweet, 30% more normal attack or 20% less normal attack damage. Nice. When I'm running away from people, I'm going to try and make sure my Henry is on that like empty rage, so he takes like no damage. People look at Henry's expertise and they're like, it's good, but it's not that good. But think of it like this. You're getting pretty much, on average, 25% premium stats. It's really, really, really good. So you're getting 20% less normal attack damage, which is very premium. That is a very, 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 very nice amount. Or 30% normal attack, which is, once again, extremely good on Archer Marchers, especially since most Archer Marchers have like no normal attack increase. They've got stats and skill damage, and that's it. I don't think Boudica has normal attack reduction, maybe? Yeah, damn it. No, she gets normal attack bonus as well. So it seems that they kind of went with a normal attack on these two commanders. That's what I've kind of noticed. So Henry's expertise is really nice for the open field if you're an Archer main. Otherwise, I wouldn't get it. I'd just take him to like 5-5-1-1. Or get his 4th skill, obviously. That's definitely an option as well. Oh yeah, I got gifts to claim. How could I forget these? How long am I going to be streaming for? Probably till a little bit after reset. We're going to do some like extra stuff around the city after. So we'll see. I'm definitely going to finish off like till 0-0 UGC. I got to finish the Marauders. I've got to spend some out of my action points. Damn, there's so many chests in here. Who's buying stuff? Why I just said why people buying stuff? It's because the events are here. Let's see. Oh wow, there's a lot of Marauders up here. I'm definitely going this way. Go like there. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do like an L shape this way and down that way. Connected L's. It's so weird. For some reason the live stream. Oh no, there we go. I was about to say my live stream, so I've got it up on a separate device, so I make sure it's like not lagging and dying. For some reason it was like 20 seconds behind. Don't know how that happened, and it keeps pausing like randomly. Is that happening for anyone else? Or just like maybe because I haven't touched the device for a while? Because that's how I look at the chat. I don't have a second monitor. I don't have the chat on screen or anything. I've just got it on my iPad. I should get one of those overlays where like chat pops up here. I don't know how to make one of those. Anyone know how to make one of those? Like chat pops up on the side of the stream screen. I think Gaines has one. I know Chiskel does. I should also maybe get something to block the chat just in case. I mean, this kingdom's not trolly. I don't think there'd be anything rude in there, but still. I'm waiting for the day I get demonetized because someone's like putting slurs in the chat down there. Waiting for like a bunch of slurs to come in. Very PG kingdom for the most part. We even banned scouting cities. Scouting cities is forbidden. There must have been some drama over scouting cities in our kingdom that I just didn't know about. So guys, I can confirm I've broken the kingdom rules. Please don't zero me. The council better not be watching this or I'm done for. How many farms do I have? 0. I have 1 farm. You know, let's quickly log into the farm. I gotta send gatherers out. I log into this farm like once, twice a day, maybe if I'm stretching it. That's why I said 0. I don't use it enough. I should actually stop. And there's no resources to transfer everyone's account. I didn't play it enough. Like there's what, 60 million maybe of each? Maybe. If I stretch it. 40. Not even 60. You have to get first in Mightiest Governor at 2374. You're getting Henry Max next. You're a big Archer fan. You blame Shinchi, lol. Guys, I'm gonna flame Shinchi for a bit. Shinchi, I like his content, but his most recent Archer guide he made was just completely and blatantly just like wrong. He was recommending people go and get Artemisia over commanders like Nebu. And he was also stuck in the cycle. He thought that the cycle continued of like Mightiest Governors come out in order. Like the next Mightiest Governor like, in wheel for someone will be like Ramses, for example. He didn't know that they all come out instantly. I don't know how he didn't know that. He was listing them in order. He's like, all right, so first you're gonna get Ramses, and then you don't get Nebu, you get Amanatori. That was what he said in his Archer guide. I was like, what is he smoking right now? You don't have art, but you love your Nebu. I like my Nebu as well. I used to flame Nebu. I actually made a video flaming Nebu like a while ago. The more I use him, the more I like him. But then again, I still can't say he's like a meta commander at all. He's just not good enough. Don't forget to spin wheels for the new event. Spin wheel of the new event for the stream. What do you mean, which wheel? The like. Okay, log back to my main account. The Esmeralda's Prayer, presuming. I think I got enough gems to do that. I could do Esmeralda's Prayer, or I could do the armament one, but I don't know if I want to spend gems on that. I could just go with the armament one. Oh, for a second everything was blue there. I thought that they switched to rares now. Oh, damn, I'm running low on AP, guys. I might run out. I've only got 1,000 more. What's that in action points? Like 100 and something thousand? 170,000. 70? 117? 170,000. Something stupid like that. If you're talking about this wheel, I'm not going to spend any gems on it, I don't think. I'll definitely get to this 45 gold head spot, though. That'd be the main goal. Is this a city skin? This is the decoration. This is the city skin. Which city skins are there? I'd rather take this for the gems. I'll probably take this because it's Archer. It looks kind of cool. Is this a new skin? Doesn't tell you. Hajabing seems sees a Nebu and he's diving. I'm gonna pull to kill it. Lol. 100%. I mean, anyone that sees a Nebu is diving straight to kill it. That's the thing though. Nebu is my kill it or don't kill it. If you don't kill it, all my other archers, like, no, if you don't kill it, you're gonna attack one of my other archers, like my ZHUGE or my Cyrus and my Boudica, which are debuffing the crap out of you. Or if you kill it, you're gonna take a ton of damage from the other archers, and Nebu is gonna die, but it's still, like, the Henry with the ZHUGE and the Boudica with the Cyrus are gonna do a number on you before they actually die. It's like a pick your poison. That's what I like to try and make a murder ball. With a murder ball, you gotta make it like a pick your poison. Choose to die or live. Like, which one's gonna die, which one isn't. It's just all threats. I tried this. No, I don't want this. I want this. I'm giving you this. Yeah, pouch must I have literally 0. Yeah. Name those. Let's open these. Coming closer and closer to reset. 28 minutes? No, 18 minutes. Well, you will. In open field, I got 2 arch marches. I do. Do I bench Nebu and go Henry, ZHUGE, and Boudica YSG, or keep Nebu? What's your current archer march? Is it like Nebu, ZHUGE? How do I send you in-game messages, X? To send me an in-game message, you'll have to either find my city. There's my location is up there. You can just type that in. If you click this, you can type it in. Or you can go to my alliance and you can try and look for me there. I think I am rank 2, maybe. Or am I rank 1 at the moment? I think I'm rank 1 at the moment. So I'll be in the R1 section. You can find me there as well. I find it funny how I'm one of the lower powers in the alliance. Even after I pushed to 50 million. It's my exact... I'm 132 out of how many members? 145 members. We're not full, so it doesn't matter. That's the best way to find... Just send me an in-game message. Yeah, it's ZHUGE and Nebu. I'd bench the Nebu if you want to get the Henry ZHUGE. Or you could just stick with it. I mean, like, those are solid marches. They don't really need to be messed around with. But if you find the Nebu is too squishy or whatever, you could definitely swap him around with the Henry and bench him. That could certainly work. You have a CPO 5541 with expertise Alexander the Great, Nevsky 5521 with Mina. Should you have Max them or start an Archer March? Almost like you have YSG expertise. CPO expertise Alex, Nevsky with Mina. I'm presuming Mina is expertise. Get CPO and Nevsky to 5551, so max the first 3 skills for both of them, and then go and get an Archer March, and that would be Boudica in my opinion. I think that Boudica with YSG is just a better move to go. What should be your first Archer March? What do you have? What do you have currently? Like for Archer Commanders. Justin, if you want to see some testing, I don't know if I tested Nebu with ZHUGE, but on my channel there is ZHUGE testing. I think I'll give you the video link. There is ZHUGE testing, and I think I ran my Henry at like 5.5, basically the equivalent of 5.55, so 5.511. I ran him with ZHUGE, so I'll try to pull up that video. So if you want to check that out, you can check it out. Let me find where it is. ZHUGE is OP, here it is. Share. Copy link. Here you go. So there should be some testing results in there if you're more interested in some possible marches for ZHUGE. There's a few testing results like a 5.5, 5.551 ZHUGE, an expertise ZHUGE, or close to expertise one. So there are some results for expertise ZHUGE, so you can take a look in there. It's not as comprehensive as I would have liked, but it's got most of the stuff. Yo, Aries, it's been a hot minute since you've been on a stream. Welcome. I can see you're a channel member. Oh, you got the Ramses. Yo, does that mean you've been there for like 3 months now? You have 880,000 action points. Lol. Anyone who doesn't know, you can become a channel member for only $1.50 a month. Free benefits. Like a cool Ramses picture next to your head. And at the end, you get a Boudica or a ZHUGE if you've been subscribed for 3 years. Hi, Archer, or my enemy in KVK. 2823, nice. You guys are top kingdom? Yeah, you are. I thought so. You guys are like beasts. Just looking at how far above the competition you are. Woo. Oh yeah, we pushed up a rank. I want to try finish at least rank 6, because otherwise we're going to get Commander XP gain, and no one wants Commander XP gain. I'll definitely take that trade. And I want more of these. For Archers, you have 5.111 Boudica, 5.111 Artemisia, haven't unlocked ZHUGE, 5.551 El Cid, 5.111 Thutmose, 5.111 Tamaris, and Edward. That is a lot of 5.111 commanders. That's like a lot of commanders that are 5.111. If you want to work on a march, I mean, you could go for like, I'd say you have to start working on the Boudica and working on the ZHUGE. Get the ZHUGE, unlock him. He's currently in the Wheel of Fortune if you want to just quickly go and get him. You've got 14 minutes, I think. Oh no, he's actually not here. Oh no, the wheel's come and gone. I've gone crazy. The wheel's come and gone. It was there, finished yesterday. So yeah, you missed out on the ZHUGE. You're going to have to wait for the next cycle to get him. He's definitely going to be your best option. ZHUGE and plus ZHUGE. Yeah, that's it. Boudica plus ZHUGE. Had Kingsland today. You lost. RIP. Only 400 million kill points to KVK. Listen, that's close to the best KVK I've ever done, okay? Our best KVK was like a 350 million. I also won an MG in that KVK against the Wales in my kingdom, which I take that as a very big pride booster. But then there was one guy who logged in last minute. Fuck him. He took a place above me, so I only got 20 Henry heads instead of 30. He logged in last minute. He was like the biggest player in our kingdom with all these max commanders. I was on voice chat. I was like, do you really need to push? And he's like, yeah. And then he's like, yes, I got Henry unlocked. I'm never going to level him up. And I'm like, really? So I spent 48 hours grinding. This guy rocks up with a max Attila Takeda and just shoves his marches into the ruins and wins. And then he quit the game and sold his account, so that was a waste. No, actually I got Nebu Sculptures, not Henry. Henry I got when I got Rogue. I went Rogue and got Nebu. Oh, Henry. Henry was an accidental unlock, and I think it was the best accident I've ever made in Rise of Kingdoms. Sop. My roof. Rank 6 is good, it gives you march speed. Exactly. That's why I'd rather rank 6 over rank 7, or even over rank 5. I'm pretty sure rank 5 sucks. Check exactly what's in rank 5. I need more of these. I'm giving you these. I gotta hit the 500k. Let's go. Let's go. Surely we can have it now. Like, I'm 13 here. Good day. Welcome, Yoku. Let's pop these worn leather satchels real quick. Okay, this should be enough for another 2. No, I'm out of these now, of course. Always out of something. You send me some pics of my equipment, answer in chat when you have some time. Sure. You're off to bed. Good night. You're hoping for 7 billion, but only 6.4. No! Only 6.4 billion kill points. Can I look at 2990? Sure. After this, we gotta get on the grind. The last 10 minutes, we're gonna just smash through a bunch of marauders. Which is your kingdom, right? I'm gonna guess on your name. 1846 is on fire. They're doing a 1v2 with Mimi and SW. SW being Smash Wolves, right? Is this KVK 2? No. Yes? 2 or 3? I'm presuming 3. Going on to 3. I don't see you, Aries. You're missing in action. I'm also lagging when I scroll through here. Jeez. Oh, you're a Paula now, aren't you? There you are. 106 million power. Jesus. Good. Bad. I'm usually getting F'd. I like this one. This is my favorite one so far. These are my favorite ones, these white screens. Looks like a decent kingdom. I'm sure you're split around in terms of who's in what alliances at the moment. Because of Kingsland. Yeah, there's 3 billion in there. And then do you have another alliance? This red one. 4 billion in there. So a pretty big kingdom for a KVK 2 or 3. In 9 mins, you're going off for training troops. Oh yeah, you're going to train troops because the reset's going to happen. That's it. I need more of these. Have these. We hit the 500k points. I think the most I've ever done for Marauders is like 1.1 million. And I had like the full weekend to do that. I wonder, when does this whole kingdom trading come in? They're like, oh, you can trade with your kingdom. Maybe they do it after. Maybe I change it up. Yeah, 106. You were 120. Jeez. Mystic, you're back. Welcome back to the stream. My peak power is almost your peak power, Aries. Almost there. Just a touch below with that 55 million. Basically at 120 million. Like, it's hop, skip, and a jump, and I'd be there. Let's be real. Anyways, what kingdom did Chisco migrate to? I didn't keep up with it, so I don't even know. Where we could go down here. How far is this march? 2 minutes? Fuck. Those will probably be our last Marauders before reset hits. I had Justice. Thank you to the people who gave me Justice. I think it was... Who gave me Justice? Let's say Gibbs. I think it was Gibb. Wow, there's a lot of title messages. Yeah, thank you, Gibb, for the Justice. 2605. Okay. I've never even seen that kingdom. I'll look at it after we finish with the Marauders. Talking about shaving. Yeah, I didn't know. I knew Chisco migrated from 1254. I didn't know he went to 2605 though. And that's who we are fighting. Lol. Which kingdom are you? Are you the 1846 getting lit up? 2605 is losing against an A-seed and 1846. Lol. Oh, 2605 is losing. How if the other kingdom's getting lit up? Is 2605 Imperium? I'm sure they would be. How's Siege Syndicate? You ended migrating to 3279. Siege Syndicate's going nice. We're in 3273 now. I left 3272. Too much drama. I got pissed off at one of the R4s who attacked my farmers after he kicked me from the alliance. It's so annoying. So I left that kingdom. I'm in 2373 and I should play more actively on the account. So, yeah, I think that it's definitely going to go somewhere in KVK1. It'll be like top 3 alliances by KVK1. And I should hopefully be a VIP 10 at some point. Uh, 2597, the kingdom that can't keep their own weight. We are getting carried by 3223 and 1846. Okay. For some reason, 1846 sounds familiar. Check real quick. Are they Imperium? Maybe? For some reason, they say I might have been in a KVK with them. No, they are Imperium. That's why I know them. 2605 is Imperium, so it's 1175. Boom. Right, here's the last Marauders, guys. I gotta continue trading, though. Claim that. I'll give you this. Yo, Joe Albanese, welcome becoming a channel member. You get a bunch of perks for becoming a channel member. You now have a cool, unique name. So whenever you type in chat, you'll have a nice green text next to your name, and you'll also get a little icon of like an archer commander, depending on how long you've been a member for. Also, you can message me on Discord, and I'll put you in the Discord server. We have a special section for all the channel members. So thank you for becoming a channel member. It does support my work. Very much appreciated. Check their Lost Kingdom map. Crazy fights going on at Pass 6. Mimi vs WIB. We can check it once we finish Marauders. This is the last Marauder, so I can just start spam trading now. This. I'll give this. I think Joe Albanese is our 10th member ever. Maybe. I'll have to check after stream. I think you are the 10th one. Yeah, I'm so happy the Prime Minister became a member. I'm voting for him now. What's the exact Lost Kingdom? Like, actually, I probably just such like going here. That's my kingdom. That's the wrong one. 2605. Not that. That. Search. Alright, which pass are they at? I don't actually know. Anyone have the exact coordinates, maybe? This one, I'm gonna guess. Nope, that's quiet. There's no open. There's no fighting on open pass. Someone give me the coordinates, and I'll go check. I don't want to cancel. That's retarded. Let's grab these satchels here and open them up real quick. So many trade-ins I can get from what I got currently. Marauders are so long. That's so true. They take so long. They never, ever, ever end. Boom. Claim. I need this. I'm offering this. Exchange. I think I did pretty good with cleaning these up, even once this ends. 2 minutes. I should just start spam trading people. I'll just start spam trading, so at least maybe someone else can get an extra chest or whatever. I think people need these, so I'll just do that. No, other way around. I have one, and I'm giving this. Mimi is in the pink. 76914. Seven six down on 4. Sorry, someone walked in there. Let's see. 769914. Okay, here we go. Ooh, that's big motorballs. Wow, the lag. Is Chiskel on the field? Go look for Chiskel. Chiskel actually, see if he's live right now. Then I don't know if he's on the field. Chiskel. Chiskel is not live. He's probably not on the field. Does Chiskel only fight when he's live? I don't know. I've never really been in KVK with him. Been talking to you for weeks on your channel. Thought I was a paid member already, but now I am. Love the content and the information you give. Thank you. And I very much appreciate becoming a paid member. It definitely does support the work and makes these live streams much more viable since YouTube pays nothing for live streams. Who have better Archer gear? Is it Mr. Archer or Shinji? Probably Shinji. His account's older and he spends more money than me, so rip this guy's book, Kyle. If I turn off simplify graphics. Damn. We had more marches in our KVK, I'm not gonna lie, but I think this is like downtime, isn't it? Okay, never mind. There's a ton of marches. Yeah, I take that back. Granted, in our last KVK, there were a lot of marches. That's the wrong button. Alright, wait. One more trade. I gotta start trading. Spam trade. I don't have that. Here you go. Take these. Take these. I'm just trading with everyone so they can at least get something extra. 155456. Press like. Actually, facts. Press like, guys. You should try to get more likes than the official Rise of Kingdom stream, which has like 50. I'm gonna push like on my own stream now. Let's see. I don't know how many likes it's at. I have to refresh. History. Like. Damn. That's a lot more people than our KVK. We're at 23. We only got to get 30 more likes. Alright? Easy. That's a lot of bloody marches. Oh, Mimi is an alliance. I thought it was a person as well. Is it not a player? For some reason I can't zoom in. There we go. I can't click these guys. It won't let me click them. Alright, let me just try to find the Mimi. Oh, but their fort's burning. They should put it out. They have control of the pass right now. Maybe they just burnt it. He's Mimi. As much as the Lilith makes off the whales, they need to fix the lag. Lol, facts. The lag in these big KVKs is insane. It is, exactly. Mimi is a very small alliance. Oh, never mind. That's 12 billion. I take that back completely. I was looking at these like people here and like they're small. There is a player named Mimi with like hundreds of millions of power, right? Alright, time to train troops. I need to train some for the Mightiest Governor, so I might as well just train a couple now. Mimi has 2 accounts and 2 billion power combined. Okay, I thought so. I get a request. Oh, I need to go get a rune. I guess I'll wait, see if there's a nice training rune, and then I'll go grab it. Let's see. Oh, there's no guardians yet. I guess I'll have to train later. Alright, for now, we've got some kingdom supply chests that do need opening. So, boom. I'm not one of those guys that's like, let's slowly open these. I'm just going to open them all at once. It's way more interesting. We only got 1 3-day speed up. That was it. All that grinding for 1. Mimi is 3 Krakens. She's like John Wee, except John Wee, but rich. Not rich, but stronger, and actually knows what she's doing. My Mimi put both of her accounts in 846 zone. Probably random ports. Oh, we got 4 24-hour speed ups. That's decent. 18 3-hour speed ups. 8 8-hour speed ups. That's nice. What else do we get? 1 epic commander sculpture, guys. I'm gonna expertise so many commanders with this. Easy. Got some materials. That was good. The credits here are a bit low. No, actually, they're not bad. That's a good amount of credits. Gems are decent. I got a lot of gems on the barbs themselves as well. So, I mean, could have been better. It could have been worse. I could have got no 3 days. At least I got 1. We're in a better position for speed ups now. Who are our allies and enemies in my KVK? I discussed it in the video today, but just as a revision, we're allied with the Earth Camp here, which is 1802, and then Daybreak, who I forget the exact kingdom numbers of. Daybreak is the 1840/2774 kingdoms. Archer, you've started KVK 2 and you want to switch from infantry to archers. You're free to play. Tips and advice, and should you switch? What commanders do you have right now? What equipment do you have? All that's going to be important. So what commanders do you currently have and what skill levels are they? You're my enemy, 2823. Let's go. We're going to fight. The person who said that we're going to DM me pictures of the equipment never did. Extra have 1 inf march, 1 archer march, and 3 cav marchers, or 1 2 2. I recommend 1 inf, 2 archers, 2 cavs. But running 1 inf, 1 archer, 3 cavs if you're a cav main certainly is an option as well. I'm going to 81 kingdom supply chest, as in like the kingdom supply chest, the ones that we got from the either the crusade, right? Pretty sure that's what they were called. Campaign. Oh my gosh. DIDO, there's 89 levels. They should have just made it a flat even 90. Resources, speed ups, and star sculpture. Mail. Where do my reports go for peacekeeping? Oh, there they are. You You know what's weird with these reports? They kind of delete after 5 reports, so I don't know how that's going to be on the open field. I want it to work out, but Mickey, you're really going to 2891? I don't think he's migrating. I'm going to 81 Kingdom Supply Chests. I think it means he's getting 81 Kingdom Supply Chests. Gotta stay hydrated. So we'll top 100 in the Mightiest Governor for the kill event. I think I can train a little bit, like, for this event. How much would I be able to train for this? Mightiest Governor. I can train 4 million points, basically. You mainly have a 5-1-1-1 Richard and almost expertise YSG. You almost got all epic commanders expertise. Nice. So if you've got almost expertise YSG and that Richard, what's your gear like? Your gear would be the deciding there, because you've got the better YSG, which makes sense to switch to an Archmage if your gear is like way better. Then it would make sense. Look at my chat name, Daddy Chaos at War. Oh, there it is. Damn, that's a lot of chests. 4 24-hour speed ups, 8 8-hour speed ups. There's some resources. Nice amount of gems there, actually. 4 3-day speed ups. What? Bro, I got unlucky. I got scammed. Same amount of 3-hour speed ups as me, pretty much. Some gems as well. I got ripped off 4 3-day speed ups. I mean, I've opened 10 chests before I got 2 3-day speed ups, so I can't complain, but still, I would have rather more. You actually got way more gems than me. I got no 500 gem spots at all. Rigged. Rigged. Content creator luck is actually not real. It's backwards. It's content creator unlucky. Lucky you, exactly. When the new infantry are coming? About Zenith. And what about Zenith? New infantry, maybe 2 months from today, is my guess. Zenith? Next event. Next, like, event cycle, there should be a Zenith. That's what I'm gonna say, like, pretty confidently. You know what Rise of Kingdoms needs? They need a way to relocate your city without using a TP. So many other games like Rise of Kingdoms do it. I've been playing Last Fortress Underground, which I'm gonna refund all my purchases on and not play anymore. I'm breaking their terms of service, sorry about that. I've also been playing, what was it? I played Warpath at one point. I played, not Call of Dragons, Warpath and Last Fortress Underground, and a lot of these other real-time strategy games like Rise of Kingdoms. What you can do is you can basically construct your city somewhere else by literally moving it. Like, I can move my city. It makes sense. Like, what they should do is allow you to move it when you're not in War Frenzy. That saves everyone from having to buy bloody teleports for the smallest thing. Yes, teleports are cheap, but I don't want to buy teleports. I want to move my city for free. Like, come on, dude. You just opened 590 chests for 90 3-day speed ups. Okay, 9. I was about to say 90 years. Whew. 270 days of speed ups. Oh, look, I lost to Houch. No, I beat the Houch being there with yeah, here I lost to him here. Boudica with Cyrus, not a Houch being beater. For some reason, beat Nevsky and Joan. I think Cyrus is a very RNG commander. There's no consistency in him. It's very hard to test him. Sometimes I get a Cyrus support. I said this yesterday to one of my friends. I look at it and I'm like, I don't regret investing at Cyrus at all. Then I look at him trade negative when he's just attacking someone. Like, he'll get fireswarmed and he'll trade positive. And then I look at him trade negative when he's just attacking someone from counter attack. And I'm like, I completely regret investing in Cyrus in every single way. We'll go grab the supply depot. And I think we achieved the main goal for this stream. We got through Marauders. We got a fair amount of speed ups. We pushed pretty hard. Hey, it was a good stream, guys. HQ's not meta. Nevsky is still way better than him. Everyone can argue that. I still personally think he's better. People can say he's not. I don't mind. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Nevsky's definitely better, though, if you want the tankiness. HQ's better for the DPS. Anyways, I think that's just pretty much all for today's stream. We grinded hard. 2-hour stream of just Marauders, pretty much. Almost 2 hours. We're going on just like 1 hour and 50 minutes or something. 1 hour, 51 minutes. So, to everyone who came out today, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Joe Albanese and also Aries, the 2 channel members who came today. Being a channel member really does support me, so I thank you guys very much. message me on Discord, Joe. I will add you to the chat once you message me. And also to everyone who came out today, thank you. It was a great time, and I want everyone to know, have a great day, and thank you for watching.